Today we are going to talk about air travel this busy Thanksgiving Day weekend, along with some information that I hope you will find helpful and unlike what we usually talk about around here. I've also got some cancellations for you of some sailings on a cruise line, actually 7 months worth. We're going to talk about an itinerary that I came across that I think is especially interesting, as well as what's going on with Princess's new app that they have been talking about. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Tuesday. It is November 22nd of 2023. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, will you please hit that subscribe button and come along with us? If you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up as well? If you were worrying about it, it does not obligate you to anything. If you hit that bell right next to the subscribe button, it will notify you theoretically of any time we put out a video or when we go live so that you don't miss anything. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you. So let's go ahead and start at the top with the Princess app. So a week ago, I believe it was now, I attended a webinar that Princess did actually with Princess Cruise Lines, not a second party person. And they talked, and it was for travel agents. And they talked about their new app, brand new app called Princess Cruises rather than the Princess Medallion class app that we have had up until now. And they gave the date of December 1st is when that is coming out. So I heard that right on there. I haven't made that up or anything. Well, over on our Facebook group, someone said that they were chatting with a Princess rep and they said, we're not getting a new app in December. So I don't know if there's a new update that we all don't know about yet, or if the person that is relaying that information there through the chat option with Princess Cruises isn't aware. So just wanted to let you know how I found out about that, reiterate that again. And surely if anybody hears anything else, let me know, and I will let all of you know when I hear anything as well. So December 1st is next Friday. So just over, about 10 days away. And so we really don't have to wait very long to see if December 1st comes and goes and we get an app or not. So I'll keep you all up to date. It's right on my calendar to look on that morning and then tell you about it in my video on that day, December 1st. Alrighty. The next update that I've got for you is Norwegian. Norwegian Cruise Line has canceled about 7 months worth of sailings on the Norwegian Sun, and they range from about the end of March of 2025 clear through early November of 2025. So I looked, and it looks like those sailings were due to take place in the Mediterranean and the Middle East. So it sounds like Norwegian is already looking forward and deciding that maybe they're not going to want to go to the Middle East in 2025. I still have hope in me that things will get to the point that maybe we can sail there again. I am really hopeful. We've got our group cruise going October 11th next year, 2024, on the Celebrity Silhouette that is due to have 3 days in Israel, 2 days in Egypt, and that's why I selected that. We have not received any information from Celebrity yet on changing that. They have changed the similar itineraries that go in the spring. Those kind of cruises don't go all year. They actually don't run them all that often. They run them a few times in the spring and a few times in the fall. So I will let you know as soon as we hear anything about that, but the Norwegian Sun is not going to be doing those sailings, and I'll keep my eye out. I have not yet seen how they are going to redeploy her, what cruises they'll be doing instead. So if you happen to be booked on the Norwegian Sun for one of those sailings, will you please let us know in the comments? Let us know any other, like what you're thinking of doing instead. Are you going to look for another cruise line that will take you there? Next year we have 2 cruises that go to the Mediterranean. It's my favorite place in the world. And so we've got February and October with that other one. And part of me just, I'm excited to go on the Sun Princess. I am not expecting the same overall experience in the Mediterranean that I have when I get to go in the summer or the fall, because it's not going to be as warm. It'll be interesting to see how many places are open. The latest that I have been in the Mediterranean is in October. I have not been there in in November yet. And so I'll let you know what it looks like in February in the Mediterranean. So the next thing, so this is a little bit different than what I usually talk about here. So let's start off. So they expect 30 million people to fly this Thanksgiving Day holiday here in the United States. And then I saw reports that there is a storm that is coming through the Ohio Valley and heading east. And so I have been looking at what is going on with flights today. And I'm doing my video a little bit later today than I usually do, but as of right now, there are about 2,800 delays here in the United States, and there's only about 30 flights that have been canceled. And so to me, that's good news, because we have all of these people traveling to try to be with family and friends, whatever their destination is or why they're traveling for this holiday week here in the U.S. And so I'm glad that they've not had a ton of cancellations with that. But as I was researching that, I came across some information that I find really interesting. We all come together here so that we can share our experiences, so that we can tell each other things that will help each other, so that when we travel, we have the best experience possible, whether it's on a plane or if it's on a cruise ship, flying to cruise, or even flying otherwise. I think it's really important. So I came across this news where they are talking about the fact that a lot of the air marshals in the United States are at the border handing out bottles of water and transporting illegal aliens in buses. Okay, now that's not their job. And to the point that they are really tight on not having enough air marshals to man our flights. So I came across an interview that Sonia Labasco, who is the director of the Air Marshal National Council, she said that they received an email last week that our resources are depleted as far as our flying air marshals. Like I said, they're at the border handing out bottles of water and transporting illegals. And they said it's concerning that the administration has prioritized ushering illegal immigrants into the country over protecting the lives and safety of our traveling public. So how does this apply to us? So I was glad I came across that. What I feel like, so part of that interview, she was saying, as I read through the interview, she said, like, pay attention to where the exit doors are, pay attention to where the flight attendants are, pay attention, like, look for a guy that's built like a football player, and like, have a plan if something goes wrong. And for a minute, that made me worry because I fly a lot, but at the same time, I thought, you know what, I can have a plan, and I think it's important to have a plan. So I don't tell you this as a way to make you worry. I don't tell you this as a way to make anybody think they don't want to fly, but I just tell you it as a point of reference so that when you get on a plane, you pay attention and you've got a plan if something goes sideways. And so I hope that you put in the comments below what you think. I would really appreciate it. If anybody's got great ideas, put those in the comments as well, and it'll help all of us. And so, like I said, don't usually have to talk about that around here, but there we are. Now, finally, the other bit I want to talk to you about today, and I hope that as those of you who look at cruises a lot, put in the comments when you come across an itinerary that you think is especially interesting, and maybe bring it to the attention of the rest of us, but one that I came across that I really am very interested in and thought you might be too. It's called, the Viking runs it, and it's called Trade Routes of the Middle Ages, and it is a 15-day voyage that goes between Barcelona and Bergen, Norway. So Barcelona, Spain, up to Bergen, Norway. And what they do is they take you very intentionally to ports along the way between these two places that really mark the Middle Age trade route and everything that happened in those places. And it includes overnight stays in Bergen and Barcelona, the beginning and ending points of your cruise. But you also get to go to Amsterdam, Bruges, and Paris as part of, and when you're in Paris, you can go see those beaches of Normandy. But the ports in England were really important to those trade routes, so you get to go to Portsmouth and Falmouth, and you also get to go to Malaga. I'm forgetting somewhere else. So you, when you You go also to Cartagena there in Spain, Malaga, then you call in Porto in Portugal. Then like the other places I mentioned, or the places that you go, and then you end up in Bergen, or the other way around if you start off from Bergen. Thought I would bring this to your attention. I think that the enrichment on a cruise like this would be fantastic. So I'm going to try to do a better job of telling you all about these kind of itineraries, just to put things on your radar that maybe weren't there already. And if you're interested in that, of course, I'm happy to help you. You can just send me an email. But when you're looking at cruises, sometimes I get in a rut and I just look at the same kind of cruises to the same kind of places on the same cruise lines, or I branch out and look at those itineraries on different cruise lines, but sometimes I forget to look at everything that is available out there. So let me know what you have come across lately, and I look forward to hearing from you all. Thank you very much for being here with me today. I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.